As long as I can remember, I've had an interest in aviation. From when I was 4 or 5 years old, I was always interested in aircraft.
This is the story of the Irish Air Corps.
Our primary role is to defend the state, of course, and we're equipped and trained to do that role on a daily basis.
I think you've got to realise that the place that Baldonnel has in aviation history.
The first thing that Fitzmaurice said, right, he says, this now marks the death knell of the flying boat.
Collins did see a potential for aviation in Ireland, as in most countries, and he was pushing for a civil aviation school and a civil aviation entity in Ireland.
But the British wouldn't release any Mark 9 Spitfires because they said they wanted to give them to their former allies. As they say, as a person interested in history, I'm interested in Spitfires and Seafires and Hurricanes.
But this was like a giant blow lamp, and it would melt the tar between the sections of concrete behind the aircraft.
So 3 of the 8 aircraft, Alouettes, were committed to ops every day. Then there was a 4th one needed for training.
And at the conclusion of 18 months training in the Military College Cadet School, officers from the Air Corps came to the cadet school with a view to recruiting new pilot officers. And I was lucky to be selected.
Air is always deemed to be expensive, but while it's expensive, it can bring economies elsewhere.